So we're going to resume lesson 12. It's our third and final part, and we need to deal with our little logic error that happens to wipe out any file uploads when we go to change other properties of an existing artist. So again, if I just click save without making any changes, my image is going to get nulled, set back to null, and removed. So my YouTube image is now gone. So we're going to make a change in the artist details and then adds a bit more logic to our save page. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another hidden field to our details form, just like we've got our artist ID. It's part of the form, but the users don't see it. So I'm going to add in here another hidden input. And I'm going to give it a name of current photo. And we will print out with a PHP echo command. We're going to print out the current file name. So the user isn't going to see any change here, but now we can evaluate this input on our next page, on our save page, and this will prevent us from wiping out a current photo accidentally. So if the user changes the name or the genre, they want to leave the photo alone, the existing photo will just remain. So we're going to add that hidden input, and then we can add some logic on our save page that says if no file has been uploaded, we're going to check if there's a current photo. So in fact, what we can do here in the else, instead of setting this to null, I think we can actually just set it now to our current photo. And if there is no current photo, that's fine, then it just stays as null. So we can try this now. I'm going to put a photo back in and then try to modify the same artist without uploading a photo, and I want to make sure the photo doesn't get deleted this time. We'll try it out. So first, actually, I can go to Miles Davis. I'll just hit save. I'm not going to upload a new photo. And now our photo stays here. I can try putting some of these images back. And if I'll try it here. I'll go to my first artist. Whoops. I'll put my image back. So my image comes back, and if I update this artist now, I'm going to leave the photo alone. And now the photo's doesn't get removed anymore. We now have all the behaviors that we need. We can update properly. If I want to go and put all my photos back in, I can do that. So I can do an update without having to re-upload a photo each time. I'm not going to lose the existing. Okay, so our adding and editing and displaying of the photos, this is all correct. We only have one final thing to add, and then we'll actually have to try this out on the web server, because as I mentioned in our slide deck, the permissions on the web server won't allow file uploads by default. So the other issue is that we have is when we delete an artist, we also want to delete the image that's attached to it. If I go and delete my first artist here, it's gone, but my image is still here. So we should add some code to our delete page that says, if there is a photo, we want to delete it from the images directory. There's no point keeping these photos taking up server memory for a record that we're removing from the database. So we'll go to delete artist and we'll take care of that. So before we run our delete, before we do this, we want to fetch the photo, and if there is one, we need to remove it. Check for delete artist photo, if any. So we're going to run a query to select the photo from artists. We're going to use this same where clause. Does this artist exist for this user? Sorry, is there a photo? This artist owned by this particular user. I'm going to copy these lines because they're identical. Prepare the command. Fill our artist ID and user ID parameters. We'll call fetch to retrieve one record. So if this artist has a photo, we use the method called unlink. This actually deletes a file. So our path here is img slash so we want to get, we need to find the name of the photo, and if we find one, we're going to delete it. And then we'll delete the whole artist record. So this should remove the file from the images directory. So an extra step on our delete page, but probably a good idea. I'll try this here in Chrome. I still have an artist 2 with a poster here. So if I delete this artist and confirm my deletion, the record's gone from the database. And now that blue I am poster 2, it's gone. So any artist we remove, we're also getting rid of any attached image, if there is one. I should also make sure this works. It doesn't crash if there's no image. So I'll say to delete. I'll save a new artist without a photo. When I go to delete, I just want to make sure it works with no errors. It does. And so there's our delete code. We used move uploaded file to save the file permanently and we use unlink to delete it. Now last thing we will do with this before we wrap up is we're going to try this on the AWS server. So I'm going to connect server, open up PHP Tunes. Upload a bunch of stuff because I haven't updated this for a while. So I'm going to add anything new. You can just upload the whole folder if you want. I'm not going to bother uploading my test files directory. That doesn't have to go on the server. All our security files. So I'm going to go to the live site now. I'm going to log in. My user account. Go to my artists. So maybe I'll delete one of these and re-add it. Actually, you know what? I'll just do never mind. I'll just do a test. So I'll say name is, artist. Alternative, I'm going to browse. I'll upload an image. Save. It says artist saved, which is good. But when I go to look at my artist, notice the photo's not here. When I look in the details, it's not here. So this is a permissions problem on AWS. It's by design. So if I look at my images, that poster file did not get uploaded. The upload failed. But we didn't get an error, so there's no indication things are wrong, really. So as I mentioned in the slide deck, it seems to be frozen. We need to enable public write permissions. So I'm going to right-click my IMG folder in FileZilla. I get a little context menu, and the final option at the bottom says File Permissions. When I click that, you can see under Public Permissions, read and execute are enabled, but write is not. It also prints this numeric value of 755. That's this combination of permissions. In order for file uploads to work on the server, I need to enable write permissions. So I'm going to check it, or I could change the numeric value from 755 to 757. They do the same thing. If I change that back to 755, it unchecks the box. I change it to 757. The box is checked. There's also the option to recurse this to apply this permissions to cascade it if there are subfolders. We can ignore that for now because we don't have subfolders. So I'm going to check that box off and click OK. And now I'm just going to try my upload again. I'm going to edit the artist and click Save. And now on the My Artist page, now my poster upload is successful. So again, I'll show you, I just right-clicked my image folder, went to File Permissions, and checked off the right option under Public Permissions. As soon as I do that, I can upload files successfully. And after I delete, again, that file, that poster file gets removed from the server. That's interesting. Worked locally. Not sure why my delete is still here. I will have to figure that one out. Unlink seemed to work. It worked locally. My file's still here. I'm not sure why. Okay, I'll look into that and figure it out. Okay, so we've done a fair bit. File uploading, it's a bit of a process to it. Okay, there's lots of pieces that we need in order to get this to work. That's everything I wanted to cover today. I can stay in the WebEx room. I know, Mike, you wanted to chat. If anybody needs help or has some questions, then I will stick around. I will upload the videos as soon as they're done processing. I'll put the code on GitHub for everyone now. I hope you have enjoyed the course. We've covered a lot, I know, and our exam is in 2 weeks on the 19th. So I will see you all then.